Hey folks, this is ioEther and we're back with some more World of Tanks. As you can see, this is iRush in his T-44. This is a tier 10 game on airfield. Tier 10. We're bottom tier? Seriously? Well, he's got a mark of excellence, so this shouldn't be too bad, right? I mean, you know, obviously this means he knows how to drive the tank. Though that doesn't necessarily mean that the rest of his team knows how to drive their tanks, right? So, before we get into the game, as always, if you think this deserves the MVP, then please do hit that like button. If you think that I deserve more subscribers, please share this. And all things, thank the Patreons, for they are awesome, and they really do deserve some major props. Behind the Shadows. That's a great name. But, I mean, it's a great name for a Leopard. Okay? It would not be a great name for a heavy tank. It would not be a great name for, like, a fast-moving medium that has to, like, scout or something. But a Leopard that doesn't want to be anywhere near the front lines, that's a good name. Alright, so we spot the low. I don't know if we got good in return. I don't know if he has Sixth Sense as of yet. So I guess we'll see. Yep, we got lit. Okay, good to know. As iRush is like, nope, we're gonna leave now. That was a big Ertie that just barely missed us. So this position is really powerful to oversee this side of the island, especially if you have a tank with great spotting range. So obviously we got lit there again. I once held this side of the map in a bat chat in a Clan Wars battle, and all of the artillery came down right on top of me. Thankfully, because of the badness of the enemy team, not a single shell landed on me. But yeah, so this is a really powerful, strong position. If you can hold this position, you can really control this side of the map pretty easily, especially if you have tank destroyers and artillery set up behind you to support you and hurt the things that try and hurt you. The only problem with this side of the map is if either your support is ineffective or their support is greater, or they rush you. That's the other thing. If two fast-moving medium tanks rush you, there's very little you can do as far as actually trying to kill them, unless your support is on the ball. If your support's not on the ball, though, you don't really have anywhere you can go to get away from them if they're determined to pursue you anyway. So he's still trying to spot this low. I'm getting a feeling this low isn't here anymore, or if he is, he's maybe moved a little bit over or something like that. Either he is assuming he's getting lit when he's coming to the top of this hill. Well, now he's getting into a battle with in chat, which is never a good idea. Don't bother typing back to people who type in chat. That is never going to do you any help at all. Arguing with one anymore. Ooh, Scorpion G, big hit. Where did that hit us? Right smack in the side of that turret. That's unfortunate. So, I mean, obviously talking to your team and telling them things and having your team tell you things is great when you're all communicating as adults who are trying to help win a game. The second it degrades down to 12-year-olds calling each other names, you need to stop. Just start hitting those mute buttons. The mute buttons are really easy to find, and they're really easy to hit. Hit them. So I don't know. Well, that's a pretty machine gun. Look at that. That's a very pretty machine. Oh, there's a low in our face. Oh, good, because I was running out of things to talk about, as you may have been able to tell from the pretty machine gun comments. So the low has obviously taken this time to push all the way up, and now he's in our face. He's not going to be able to push over that ridge line, and I don't think he wants to. I think he's... Ooh, that could have been bad. But it wasn't. Oh, Scorpion G on the move. Nice shot into Scorpion G while he was not able to really defend himself. This low is going to have a field day with the guys up there unless we can do something about it. Scorpion G fires early and whiffs the shot, and now we can go ahead and push up on him a little bit. Though this gets us in a bad position where the low is on one side and you're going to want to shoot the low, but as soon as you do that, Scorpion G pops out and puts a shot into. Next shot has to go into the low. Thankfully, our T-92 takes out the Scorpion G, and that is going to be the end of this particular bit of the fighting. Now, though, there is 5 against 5, 3 tank destroyers, and 2 artillery versus 2 artillery, 2 tank destroyers, and us in the medium tank. And there goes a friendly. Great. Well, that's going to be an issue. Though the upside is the FE has 2 health. That's not a lot. That should be fairly easy to take care of. However, Irish is just going to push up and start capping. He doesn't really want this STRV here. But he doesn't really want to push in through the enemy team because of the fact that every single one of them can one-shot him. So that's bad. Don't forget, we're bottom tier here. It's not like we can really be super aggressive, and now we have just lost both of our teammates. The only thing left we have to support us is 2 artillery, who haven't moved from the start of the game, by the way. If the T-92 was positioned over here somewhere, and the M53 was up here, this might be a lot easier, a little bit better. But with them way up here, just mute him, Irish. Stop yelling. I'm just mute. Oh, good lord, that is not where you want to see an SCRV. So running away happening now, with luck. Oh wow, the juke on him. Stopping him in one place and then dodging behind him. He's trying to take his tracks off, dodging his shell again, and again not able to take his tracks off. 2 artillery strikes leave him paralyzed, and that is the finishing shot. Good lord, that was a lot closer than we wanted it to be. Wow, he made that guy look silly. Wow. Okay. So now there is only 2 enemies that we have to worry about on the other team. And obviously 2 artillery. And there he is. Nice shot into him. Apparently he's going to stay there and wait for artillery to aim in. There's 1 shot from RD. And I'm assuming the second shot is going to happen pretty soon. There's the second shot. And he's backed off far enough that we can shoot in Laura Iglesias. Oh, can we reload before he... Uh-oh, that's a T-92. Reloads and actually backs away in a great direction. T-92 gets stuck on that hill. His shot pops up into the air. T-92 is fired, of course. And did you see that? A shell just hit the inside of this STRV. It means the T-28's got to be over here somewhere. Or maybe down there somewhere. Because that's the only place where he could have hit that shot from. Unless, of course, he was up here. But that's unlikely. Huh. So now we know where the T-28 is. And... well, T-92 dies to enemy fire. And that... or our allies, sorry. Not enemy fire. And that is going to be the end of that. Now there's still T-28 and FE on the enemy team. We're gonna speed this up a bit. T-28 is full health. Yeah. And the sorry, that is the FV 3805 just destroyed our T-92 because the T-28 was spotted over here. Well, if we know where the T-28 is, we're just going to jump on cap. Assuming the T-28 doesn't do the same, we're going to be okay. Now, the issue... Okay, so we know without a doubt... Oh, this is going to be close. We need a reset from that cap. But anyway, so we know without a doubt that the T-28 is not going to make it back in time. There is no doubting that in anyone's mind. And so I understand... Yes, the FE is blind firing at buildings at this point in time. I would tuck yourself in behind one of these buildings. However, you can't break anything while you do it. The other thing you could do is he could drive this way, knock these this wall down, these two trees down, and then immediately reverse back into his given position. And what it'll look like is that he either stops right here, maybe it'll look like he's behind this building, or more likely it'll look like he's tucked himself in among here somewhere. And that's what the area will be looking to strike next. T-28 has jumped off the cap, is chasing our artillery now, either because their artillery splashed it, or because it can kill the artillery. And that is game unless the FE lands the next shell on top of us. This is a win. Oh. So we tracked him. He blew up this entire house and just unfortunately wasn't able to get the shot off and only tracked him. And then seriously, you did it again? All you have to do is not let him ram you. Oh, you don't get a third attempt. Well done, though. Mastery Badge First Class Spotter Fire for Effect. The Lavashenko's medal for destroying two enemies higher tier than you, both of them, the STRVs, and of course the Invader medal. Wow. That game started off slow, but it got really intense really fast, and definitely worth it. Nice tricks, by the way, those STRVs. The whole scooting forward, having the guy spin, and then immediately reversing back alongside him. That worked out really well. If only you'd been able to track one of those guys, that would have been better, but obviously your shots are just too weak to... Not enough alpha damage to blow the tracks off, which is unfortunate. But also unfortunate that you didn't manage to kill the V at the end. Just a little bit of HE loaded would have blown him up. If somehow, for some reason, you weren't able to pen two shots on artillery back to back. Well done. 15 shots fired, 9 went in for a nice total and a beautiful amount of assistance damage done. The fact that you traveled almost 3 kilometers and fully kept the enemy base and spent some time running for your life in there was awesome. If you've been running a premium account, that would have been a lot better. If not, I mean, it's still worth it, and it was still a very entertaining game. Thank you so much, iRock, for sending this in. Sorry, iRush. My bad. Ugh, nobody's gonna watch this part. It's fine. If you think he deserves the MVP, then please do hit that like button. If you think I deserve more subscribers, please share this. And all things, please thank the Patrons, for they are awesome. And I'll see you guys next time. This is ioEther out.